All right, this is going to be episode 1. Dang it, I'm telling you, this is going to be it. Episode 1. We've had a few false starts. Episode 1 of Keep On Shooting. Yeah, you've seen this before. If you've been to my site on YouTube or on the blog, you've seen this. Sad news. You want the good news or the bad news? Okay, I'll give you the bad news. It's broken. Yeah, I don't think I've had it. Let's see, it's April. Got it for January, February, March, April. Nah, I couldn't have it for more than a couple months. And it's broke. Look, it just won't. Nothing. Yeah. So I just tried to do an episode of Keep On Shooting. I tried to do episode 1, and Daisy actually called me while I was doing the episode. And I neglected to think quick and ask him if it was okay to record him. And but he got recorded. And so until I get release from that gentleman letting me know it's okay to release his voice, I'll just figure I'll shoot over again. But it was a great segment because it showed you how awesome Daisy customer service is. Yeah. So they said they'll just send me a new one, and they'll even send me one with a lower number because this is a limited edition. So they said they'll send me an even lower number for the replacement. Hopefully that the new one that they send is as good of a shooter, because this really is, of all of these guns, this is the best shooter of all of them. Okay, well, of all the Daisies, because the pellet guns are a whole nother thing. But out of the BB guns, out of the Daisy BB guns, because this range, which for all intents and purposes is just, this is like the modern Daisy, all plastic, rifle barrel, can take BBs and pellets as well. And this is a great gun. I mean, it's plastic, and it couldn't be more plastic. This is an Airmaster, but it is by Crossman, but it could have very well be by Daisy, maybe even the same manufacturers, right? They just put different names on them. Well, so this, of course, doesn't shoot as well as this, but as far as open sights, ease of use, amount of ammo that you're holding, I think like 750 rounds, something like that, or is it 1,000? I don't know. Yeah, nothing beats this, and so easy to hit out at 50 yards with a little Kentucky windage. So easy to hit what you're aiming at, what you're trying to hit with this. Not hit what you're aiming at, but so easy to hit. And look, GPS, very technical. So yeah, they said send this in. They'll give me the information I need to send it in. They'll send me out a new one, and that will be that. I'll of course be afraid to use the new one, and who knows, maybe I might not use the new one. Just for collector purpose. But you know, I have a hard time just collecting something and not using it. So damn the collection value from just using it. I'd rather have the fun of using the thing, as long as it functions. Right? Something I showed again. I'll show it again real quick. This is a great example. 1914. It's a 1914 Daisy. And let's see if we can get some of that info in there as well. Yeah, it might be hard to get that. But this is a what's called a Model C, 1914. I think 350 can fit into here. Goes in by way of the top of the shot tube, right? That's a brake barrel. Yeah, you might say, and it works. It works nicely, but I can't shoot it. And why can't I shoot it? Because it takes number 6 shot. Yeah, anything before 1930, 1931, I believe, requires number 6 shot, which is slightly bigger. So this does not shoot for me. It doesn't shoot well, rather, because I don't have the shot for it. If I can find some number 6 shot, then I'll probably keep it. But it kind of drives me a little crazy to have this thing. As cool as it looks and feels, and it's got a little loose stock, of course, because the stock was riveted on there instead of screwed on. And you can tighten it if you drill those out and replace it with screws or re-rivet it. But yeah, I think I would keep that. That's indicative of the Model C. So this one's in pretty good shape. A little bit of pitting, a little bit, but not bad. Not bad for 1914. What's cool about this? I wanted something from 1914, and still do want a gun. Doesn't have to be a Model C, but a gun from 1914, preferably a number 25, because it represents the beginning of World War I, and that I think is a very remarkable point in history for us humans. So yeah, hopefully I can find some number 6. But if I can't, I'll probably trade it out or sell it. It's a beautiful gun. All right. Now that the best shooter is going to be getting sent back, that pretty much means I'm left with the mini version of that, which is my favorite shooter. This is not the easiest. This is a short radius, and it's short sight radius. So this isn't as easy to shoot. But if you do your part, you can hit what you're trying to hit, just like this. You just don't have to work as hard with this. But at a certain point, this gets too easy. So this winds up, you break this out, and then now you're going back to having a challenge. This is definitely made in China. Where is it? It just says it right on there, made in China. So none of my made in China guns have broke yet. This is assembled, I believe, in America, perhaps Chinese parts. So the verdict's still out on that. It could be parts, of course, from other countries as well. So it's listed as having parts from overseas assembled in America, I believe. Okay. But the Model 10, man, it's a great little gun. And now this is out of commission. Now the in-house favorite, of course, next to the number 25. And the Chinese number 25 at that. I do have a commemorative. Well, I might as well bust it out. Now, again, I don't think that this certainly isn't marked as being made in China. And this is the 100th anniversary. This shoots really nice. A little kind of in the low power side, but that actually works out to my advantage for, especially for short range. What I mean by short range is 20, 30 yards or less. This really hits point of a point of aim, which is not necessarily all that common with a lot of Daisy BB guns. Yeah, usually you have to adjust your point of aim in order to hit what you're trying to hit at, which I don't mind. You could, of course, adjust your target, but I rarely adjust my target. I just adjust my point of aim. I have too many guns to tweak the targets, so I just see where it's going and then adjust my point of aim. But this is quite nice. I don't really shoot this all that much. Again, it's boringly accurate. Same thing with my the Chinese made number 25. Boringly accurate. And I bought a few of them because they're so inexpensive and they shoot so well. I just bought a few of them to have for my kids, and then also if one broke, then there would be the others. And it can be used for parts and stuff. So that's actually how I got started in collecting these dang things, because I had never considered collecting anything up until this point. Okay, probably should cut this short because I got some business I have to attend to. But this is a pleasant little find. I picked this up for something like $75. I don't know if you know what this is. You can figure it out. I'm about to give it away though. It is oh, no, I already gave it away. It is the infamous Super Buzz Barton Special. Is that what it says? Super Buzz Barton. No, number 103. And this was in horrible condition. I'm going to show you the other side. This is the nice side. And this was in really rough shape. Yeah, this is the ugly side. And this is in really rough shape, mostly just coated with rust. This was just a big old iron, tin stick of rust. And I just took some oil to it and some super fine steel wool, quadruple braid, super fine wet sandpaper as well, and very lightly just tried to remove the rust without removing the nickel plating. And this was in such bad condition, I didn't really expect to have much luck, but it turned out, well, this side wasn't so lucky, but it turned out that on this side it cleaned up quite nice. I mean, you can see a little bit of scratching from trying to get the rust off, but that's not bad. Again, the whole gun was worse than that. Yeah, this actually even cleaned up significantly. This was completely brown like that. So I'll just keep it oiled and maybe try to get more of that off of there over time, or just leave it. But keep it oiled for sure, because then the oil will just eat up that rust. So the sight is very interesting. And even more interesting if you could actually hit point of aim. But this gun is not hitting point of aim. It's hitting center of mass, like, from 16 feet. It'll hit center of mass. Center of mass meaning right here, right? So it's good enough to do that, but this is not really a solid clinker unless you're trying to hit things from far away. It might improve over time of shooting, so I'll probably put more time into shooting this. I have another one of these. I actually have the 195 and then another 33 that I'll show at some other point. But what's very interesting about this is it doesn't give you resistance as you're cocking out this way. It actually gives resistance on the cock back in. And this is without a doubt the heaviest trigger in the history of any gun I've ever shot. Now that's this, the 195, not a problem. And the verdict's still out on the other 103 because I haven't quite gotten it yet. But we'll see how the trigger is. But the trigger on this is heavy. So I may have to see if I can lighten up the trigger on this. This is one I'll probably be giving up as well. I don't need two Model 103s. I don't need two Buzz Bartons. I'll probably keep the 195 or at least trade it out for a nicer one. And the other Model 103 that I have is in mint condition. So I'll show you that some other time. I'll show you that when I get it, actually. Yeah. All right. Well, that was another exciting episode. The first episode, actually, of Keep On Shooting. Thanks to Daisy and their customer service, I will be able to keep on shooting because they're just going to send me a new one. It's awesome. And I'll be able to still tell time and know where I'm going. Right? That's what's important. Know where you're going, know what direction is, and what time. All right. Well, till next time.